Hello, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, let's start. Mr. Boom sent us some more leaks and info about the episode. So let's take a look at them. In this first leak, we can see an upgraded large cameraman, and behind him is the hunter and another Astro. We can also see some fire, and under this leak, we can see a word that says, "You." We also can see some type of entrance next to the large cameraman. Maybe this is the entrance of the camera base. Anyways, let's move on to the second leak. In this leak, we can see the camera base, or what's left of it. We can also see some fire and broken stuff by the entrance. We can also see Tesla coils that are turned on. Maybe this is the last defense of the base. There is also a word on this leak. It says can't. Let's move on to the third leak. In this leak, we can see a lot of fire, and camera woman being hypnotized by the big TV screens. We can see her aiming her laser cannons at herself. Someone will probably save her though right before she shoots herself. Probably one of the TV men. We can also see a word in this leak. It says escape. Anyways, let's move on to the fourth leak. In this leak, we can see fire and the remains of the scientist, mech, and other cameramen. We can also see an Astro Obliterator and a TV man. The TV man is teleporting agents. I guess I was right in the last video. I said that the TV men probably are gonna try helping the cameramen and teleporting them to safety. Anyways, we can also see some kind of orange light above the leak. There is also a word in this leak. It says impending. Let's move on to the fifth leak. In this leak, we can see the Duchess, but she is on fire and her core has some blue energy. We can also see the Tesla coils again. Maybe these Tesla coils are to infect her, or maybe to trap her, making her unable to move. Something funny she is doing is the Michael Jackson pose, but that's not important. Anyways, there is a word on this leak. It says doom. Let's move on to the sixth leak. In this leak, we see the large TV man. He looks heavily damaged. My guess is that he fought the hunter. We could also see two other cameramen in the back, and half the community thinks that the blue cameraman is Titan cameraman, but it most likely isn't him. Boom wouldn't tease him like this. Plus, the blue cameraman is the same size as the other cameraman. Anyways, there are also words in this leak at the bottom right corner. It forms a sentence. It's kinda hard to tell, but it says, "Nothing ever goes according to plan." Anyways, let's move on to the seventh leak. In this leak, we can slightly see the new design of the Watchman of Doom. His core looks more powerful. It also looks like he has stronger claws on his back. Before we move on, we have to add the words from the previous leaks together. So let's do that. If we put all the words together, it says, "You can't escape impending doom." Let's now move on to the eighth leak. In this leak, we can see the hunter, and it looks like there is a fire behind him. He is also glowing. But the most important thing in this leak is the sentence. It says, "Only one side leaves this field." Let's move on to the ninth leak. In this leak, we can see the eye of the Duchess. It looks like it's glowing, maybe because she is mad. Let's move on to the 10th leak. In this leak, we can see the Mafia toilet, so we know that he's appearing in this episode. We can also slightly see behind his mask, and it looks like he has white eyes. His skin is also more burnt than last time. Let's move on to the 11th leak. In this leak, we can see the Mafia toilet without the mask, and now, he has yellow eyes. He kinda also looks like CJ from GTA San Andreas. Anyways, let's move on to the 12th leak. In this leak, I have no idea what this is, or who this is, so I'm going to skip this one. Let's move on to the 13th leak. In this leak, we can see the Duchess, and she is smiling and has her glasses on, so this leak is right after part 1's events. Let's move on to the 14th leak. In this leak, we can see the Berserker. Now, we know he is also appearing in part 2. Let's move on to the 15th leak. In this leak, we can see a large cameraman, and it looks like he is shooting at the Duchess or Watchman of Doom. But why is the large cameraman not upgraded? Maybe Boom is still upgrading him. Anyways, let's move on to the 16th leak. In this leak, we can see the Mafia toilet again. There is nothing else to say, really. Let's move on to the 17th leak. In this leak, we can see Astro Obliterator laughing. Let's finally move on to the info leaks. In this leak, we can see the episode percentage. Keep in mind that this was from a few weeks ago, so the episode is probably almost done now. Let's move on to the latest info we have. In this leak, we can see that the episode's animation is done and is rendering. The lights and effects are also done. The sound is in the works. This info was from a few days ago, so the episode is almost done by now probably. Those were all the leaks. Thanks for watching and goodbye.